The Speed of Truth. An essay in notes. The speed of truth is the tempo at which fidelity survives contact. Faster than that, and details sheer. Slower than that, and rot sets in. The test is simple. After action meets reality, does the thing still mean what it said? The speed of truth is not a vibe, it is a working threshold where attention holds shape under pressure. 2 clocks govern the shop. Chronos is the count. Units, deadlines, payroll. Kairos is the ripeness. Right timing, when a thing can be done truly. The speed of truth is the treaty between them. Let the count serve the ripeness so the cut stays clean. Bills still come on the first. Stitches still dissolve on schedule. Readiness is the field where clean action grows. Hurry pays interest. Ripeness saves it. Biology sets the baseline. Bone knits on protein, blood supply, and time. Nerves regrow slowly because fidelity along the path matters more than raw signal. A rushed signal is noise. Noise injures. Bodies keep a ledger that cannot be paid in bravado. The speed of truth respects biological clocks because every craft is, in the end, a metabolism of effort, taking in, transforming, enduring. Craft translates biology into method. A rushed cut is not merely faster, it manufactures new problems. Repairs consume tomorrow's hours to fix what yesterday broke for speed's sake. A careful cut is slower only at the front. Across the span, it is the swifter thing because it does not multiply obligations. The mature shop counts fittings, not outputs. Do parts meet, align, and hold? Endurance is the judge. There is moral geometry here. 2 mirrored thefts define the axis. Theft by rush, taking time from the future through defects others must absorb. Theft by evasion, stealing from the present by naming fear discernment while decay spreads. The center line holds attention at the speed of truth. No faster, no slower. That line is calibrated by outcome, less harm, more fidelity. Repeat what holds. Retire what frays. Investigation is the hinge skill. Most problems present as doors to charge. The bruise at the shoulder proves otherwise. The hinge sits under the obvious. Investigation is patient looking under. Move one variable and watch the field shift. Ask one clean question and wait for the answer that actually answers. The speed of truth funds investigation without letting it become an alibi for delay. Language carries pace. Speech given too soon becomes a receipt for future apology. Speech withheld too long becomes silent cruelty. The speed of truth in conversation is the tempo where honesty lands without tearing tissue. That tempo varies. Confession asks one pace, instruction another, condolence another. A good day in language matches gait to aim and refuses spectacle's clock. Leadership is measured in pacing decisions. Real urgency stays urgent but becomes exact. Counterfeit urgency, habit, fear, optics, gets triaged to stillness. Teams learn this by example. Name what is truly on fire, run. Name what is stage light orange, breathe. The leader's job is slack creation, short reversible steps over dramatic leaps, buffers around critical paths, and clear windows that stop rewarding panic. Nothing improves quality faster than refusing to treat everything as urgent. Attention markets sell acceleration as virtue. Feeds atomize hours into jitter. The speed of truth restores thick blocks where shape can appear. 10 minutes can hold a task. It rarely holds a thought. Some matters ask hours, some ask seasons. Match grain to slab. The calendar becomes a studio, not a marketplace. Fewer doors, more benches. Interruption is still welcome because shape can be resumed. Grief and healing prove the law by contradiction. Calendars cannot legislate integration. Hurrying grief slows it. Pacing with grief shortens its half-life. Repetition is the metronome. Fold the shirt again, visit the bench again, take the walk again. Appetite returns without fanfare. This is not sentiment. It is kinetics. Bodies, memories, and meanings recombine at the speed of truth, or not at all. Quality control needs a meter that does not lie. Use a 2-needle gauge, harm reduced and fidelity raised. Harm reduced, fewer downstream fixes, less collateral damage, less apology. Fidelity raised, intent and artifact converge, load-bearing parts bear the load. When both needles rise, the pace is true. When either falls, change the tempo. Measure across spans, not moments. Systems wear different clocks, surface fashion spins, infrastructure crawls, law lumbers, culture ambles, nature moves on geologic beats. Trouble begins when fast layers try to conscript slow ones, or slow layers pretend to sprint. The speed of truth is a stacking art. Let quick experiments live where reversals are cheap. Let slow commitments begin only after ripeness. Protect the seam between layers so motion does not tear meaning. Dignity is pacing embodied. Hearts pace thought, breath meters speech. The hand learns what weight requires. Swagger and stall both humiliate. Right tempo dignifies because it treats rhythm as identity rather than a negotiable accessory. Trees do not append rings under deadline pressure. People are not trees, but the analogy holds. Forced growth curves produce warped grain. Counterfeits exist. Take your time can hide avoidance. Move fast can hide evasion of accountability by outrunning scrutiny. Unmask them with hinge questions. What change would falsify this plan? What step is reversible today? What would count as done for the intended load? The counterfeit crumples when faced with falsification, reversibility, and load. The authentic gains contour. Designing a day at the speed of truth looks ordinary. Set one demanding bench task in a thick block. Set one connective act that tends the commons. Leave a margin for surprise that is real, not theoretical. 30 minutes of slack is not waste. It is an insurance policy against cascading failures. End with a fitting check. What held, what frayed, what needs a slower or faster pass tomorrow. Plain clothes, high yield. Communal life can adopt this ethic. Declare realistic response windows. Meet them. Stop rewarding panic with attention. Build rituals that move at human gaits. Meals taken without phones. Meetings with fewer slides and more thoughtful silences. Care given without performative timestamps. The air clears. The noise floor drops. The work that lasts has a chance to appear. Wonder is a correctness function, not an ornament. Spectacle compresses detail to captions. Wonder restores contour. Contour breeds care. Care corrects cruelty. Cruelty prides itself on efficiency. Cut first, classify later. Wonder stalls the blade, not through melodrama but through fidelity to what is there. The speed of truth protects wonder because wonder requires unhurried looking. Tools help when they enforce honest pacing. Good checklists prevent fuzzy speed from masquerading as precision. Good dashboards reveal drift early. Good defaults reduce spurious choice. Yet even the best tools fail when tempo is wrong. The same stack that enables a miracle on Monday can generate a fiasco on Friday if the clock is set to optics rather than to truth. A simple triad trains muscle memory. What is needed? What is mine? What is the humane pace? When all three align, action becomes quiet and exact. When one is missing, trouble announces itself as friction. The task fights back. The body rebels. The tone curdles. The triad returns action to scale and scope. The humane pace is not indulgence, it is logistics for the soul, a closing vow. Move at the speed where the work remains itself after contact. No faster, no slower. Choose the smallest next act that would be honest. Make the call when the call will be clean. Send the note when the note will not be an alibi. Rest long enough that tomorrow can walk. If urgency arises, let it be urgent for the right reason, and do it well at speed. If importance calls, grant it the thick time importance asks for. Attention held at the speed of truth. This is the quiet engine that carries a life without stealing from the future.